name is Alice and I have no idea what I'm doing, but now I'm back. It's been a while because I was working the entire summer instead of doing this the entire summer. So as you can see, the kitchen's gone because me and my now fiance, because we got engaged, woohoo, we removed that like a month ago or something like that. It looks something like this. So that means that all the furniture is gone. All I have to do now is removing the radiators that are left, the water tanks and the water system, and then the electrical things. But first, there's an entire pile of rubbish behind me, so I'm gonna have to deal with that first. It's so hot in here today because it's like 30 degrees Celsius outside. Let's do this. Someone's crying, Lord, kumbaya. Can't decide what I'm gonna keep and what to throw away. This is gonna be a problem. Woo! Shank. No, it's not. So this is love. Oh, spider. It's not love. Well, I take that back. Once again, I do not want the roof to fall down. Yet, it's broken. It needs some milk. Can you tell that I'm tired? And I've only just begun. That's a big spider web. No, it's no spider web. There's my shirt. I wonder where it went. Now I have t-shirts. I'm gonna put on some music and speed this up, so I'll see you guys in a second. It's so hot today. No, it's gone. Anyway, I'm gonna remove, there's only 2 radiators left in here. Is it called radiator? I'm not sure. I don't want to know enough to look it up. I think it's called radiator. As you can see here, had I decided to restore this caravan, I would now have up, because this is liquid and liquid means moisture, and it's like, what's the word in English? I can't remember. You don't want this on wood because then it will rot like it already has. Good thing I'm not restoring this, I'm remodeling, so that means that it doesn't matter that it just got worse than it was, because can't get much worse, can it now? Well, here's the thing. You gotta f up sometimes. Because if you don't f up, you never learn. And I knew this was gonna happen. It's the lowest point in the whole heating system. Of course, all the liquids concentrated here. I've removed everything else. Well, not everything else, but it's all uphill from here. So of course this was gonna happen. And I realized it's anchored here into the ground. Not the ground, the floor. I can hear the liquid sipping through, hitting the stones underneath. So wasn't much here to destroy. It's already gone. And I was not the one to remove it. Anyway, I gotta clean this mess up because there are some things here that I want to save. I don't want them to get destroyed. I managed to get out this part and it leaked everywhere. You saw that. Still wet there. I managed to get out the long pipe that connected that radiator to the next one, and I managed to get out the last radiator. So now it's just this heating unit here that's left. I don't really know what to do next now. I thought that was gonna be a lot harder than what it was. So I guess I'm gonna remove that. Oh, it's a spider there. You guys wanna see the spider? Look, there it is. I don't know what he's doing. He's pretty big. Oh, there he is. Sorry. Hi, what you doing, Mr. Spider? This ain't Marvel. Let's get down to business to defeat my demons. And I swear, no matter how much I clean in here, it's still as messy and depressing. But hey, what you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're gonna make it worse if we're gonna do anything. Can you tell I'm tired? Because I can. I managed to get the entire heating system, I guess, out. Had to mark up some cables, fix the... Well, I don't even know what to call this. This I'm definitely gonna save. Because can you imagine how much it would cost to replace this with another type of heating system? I guess I'm gonna uninstall those pipes there. Well, we'll see what I do next because I'm not sure. I unscrewed this cover and what it showed was that, well, it's just a hole through the wall into the white box on the other side where the actual, what's it called? Well, the boiler, I guess it's called. It's on the other side, it's on the outside because it's hooked up to propane as well. Well, I don't really have to do anything right now because I don't have to remove these pipes that's on left until I remove the propane in the boiler. So this means that I'm for the moment done with the heating system. Since I'm done with the heating system, I can now focus on something else. So I'm gonna focus on taking out these bad boys. These are my water tanks. There's one for fresh water, one for grey water. I've already disconnected most of the plumbing, so all I really have to do is just unscrew these from the floor. I don't want to say that it's gonna be simple, because if I do, it's gonna turn out to be really difficult. So I think this is gonna be really hard. I think it's gonna take a lot of time. So let's see how long it takes me. Let's see how much junk is under there. What do you mean you're still stuck? You're not allowed to be stuck. A whole roll of electrical tape. Oh, there's... Oh, of course it's stuck in the floor. Why wouldn't it be? Oh, because it would just simply make my life too easy if it wasn't. I'm contemplating just cutting it off, but I think that would be a really bad idea. And I'm not that stupid, am I? How am I supposed to do this? Well, it's kinda loose. Kinda gone. You know? Is it enough? No. Sadly. I'm gonna have to cut the floor for this. I'm gonna replace it anyway, but do I really? Do I really? New day, same outfit, so I would say it's too early for this, but I chose this myself, so I'm the only one to blame. Anyway, I took a break yesterday and figured I have to wait to remove the freshwater tank until I remove the floor, because I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to cut it if it's case it's something like something to keep the water warm in winter or something like that. I don't want to cut that. Then I'm gonna look at the grey water tank and see if I can remove that in the meantime. Other than that, it's just the electrical left. So if the water tanks don't want to vibe today, then I'll do the electrical. And if we're really lucky, I'll be able to start removing windows today. It's a big stretch, but I have hope, okay? I want this done with
I'm getting tired of this demolishing process because I'm starting school again soon, and I said I wanted this demolished by the end of the year. Well, it's August, so yeah. So I unscrewed the grey water tank right now, and because it's still connected to the plumbing that's going out, and I don't really know how to disconnect it because it's a lot of rubbish behind there, and I actually don't wanna touch it right now. And it doesn't really matter because I already know that the grey water tank has a pipe that goes down and out. So there's no problem waiting until I'm gonna demolish the floor, because it's not really in the way either. It's one window above it and it's not hard to remove that window, I think. So I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna try to rip out all the cords now instead. We'll see how that goes.
So now I finally removed all of the cables, except some that are stuck in the floor and the 230 volt system, and these blue and yellow, what cables, because they're not cables, but yeah, you know, they're part of the water system, and they go into the floor, so I have to wait to remove that as well. Gonna try to put it in one place though, because right now it's all over the whole caravan. And yeah, here are like most of the cables that are ripped out. I think it's all 12 volt system. I realized when I was taking the cables out that I couldn't unscrew some of the connections, and that it was probably for the best just to replace it all. And I think that's a good idea, because this caravan is from '88. Maybe it's time to replace some of the cables, because considering how much rot and water it's been in here, I'm not so sure it's safe to put it all back in again. It's gonna cost more than I planned, but safety first. Well, the good news is that I'm on track to remove the windows today, or start removing the windows today. I think I'm gonna unplug the 240 system first though, and I probably have to go to the outside to do that, because it comes in from the outside, and yeah, or I'm just gonna cut the cable. I don't know if I can use the box again, so I don't know how careful to be with it. Maybe it's just easier to buy a whole new electrical system, like for new caravans or something like that, and put that in later and have a professional install it, because I'm not a professional, if you haven't noticed. I cut the cables with a little plier, so. Woohoo! It's gone. I think this is the fuse box, like the main fuse. You didn't get to see, but I was on the outside unplugging, I guess, or disconnecting the 240 system on the outside. It was not a fun experience, because if you didn't know, I'm afraid of snakes, and there were a lot of them in the contact phase. Well, that's over with anyway. I think it's actually time to start removing the windows. But I haven't eaten breakfast, so I'm probably gonna go and do that first, because it's 11 o'clock. So. I'm gonna try to remove this window. I'm gonna start with this one because I had already taken these off. So hopefully it's just gonna unscrew. And hopefully it's not gonna fall out. Because then I have a problem. Oops. If this works, I'm gonna be so happy. If I could have pulled it inside, that would have been the ideal thing, because then it won't smash, or it's at least not as bad if it falls. I'm gonna have to unscrew this. I'm gonna have to unscrew this completely. We're getting dangerously close. This is when that roll of electrical tape I found is gonna be very useful. Let's see if we can do this without dying. I should probably have someone with me when I do this. I'm not a professional, just an amateur. What is life without the threat of death? Alright, all of them are gone. Let's see. It worked! I can't believe it worked. I'm so happy. Ah! Oh look, it's not raw in here. That means the windows didn't leak at least. They did one thing right when they built this caravan.
I took a little break to get something to eat. Anyway, it started to get really windy right before I went inside, and there were a lot of dark clouds on the horizon, so I was afraid this was gonna rain. So I put up a garbage bag over the opening that I made. But I'm gonna take a cup of tea with me or something like that out and continue moving the rest of the windows. So that means it's time for a montage.
This last bracket, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't want to unscrew, so I can't remove the window without removing that, and I've tried spraying it, but it doesn't want to work. Then I realized the wall
was really rotten. So I'm gonna try to destroy the wall to get the window out, because it doesn't matter anyway. And I can take time to figure out the screw later, in case I wanna sell these windows instead. Which I'm probably gonna do. This window has been leaking. Yeah, I know I bent the bracket. I can probably bend it back later. I'd rather bend the bracket than break the window. I can't believe this. The last one. So I had to break the bracket because, well, it was aluminum, and I'd rather break the bracket than destroy the screw and not be able to unscrew it, because I think I can find a new bracket, or that if someone buys this they'll find a new bracket, no problem. You'd have to drill the screw away later, and it's plastic, and I think it's just easier to replace the bracket. And I managed to, when I did this, unscrew the screw by holding the bracket. It's like, and there it goes. This was really rusty, so no wonder it didn't want to come. Looks like hell here. Well, that's the last screw, so I'll probably be able to remove the window now. As you saw, I managed to get the window out. I'm actually surprised that I managed that. I broke a little bit of the frame, and after examining it, I don't think the frame was in good condition. At least the plastic, the window itself is actually, seems to be decent. But I'm starting to wonder if someone replaced this themselves, because no other window has been glued except maybe the back window. So either it's just that's how the windows were mounted, front and back, or someone has replaced the front and back windows. Neither one would be surprising, because I'm the 11th owner of this caravan. So if someone replaced the windows, I'd glue them in place too, because windows, front and back windows, are the most likely to leak, I've heard. This has leaked, but anyway, there's a lot of water damage in the corners, a lot of bugs. I don't know if I'll be able to remove the back window as well, because that's still in place. But now I know how, and it's just a lot of bending. Yeah, success. Can't carry this window really. It's loose. How do you like to open floor plan, guys? Because it won't be much more open than this without taking down the walls.
But that's the next step, isn't it? So
it's a new day and I'm still wearing the same outfit because why would I get any other clothes dirty? I got a pretty tall to-do list today, which includes cleaning out the entire caravan with all the loose stuff. And then I'm gonna start with removing the things that are still stuck in the ceiling, like the vents, the windows, and I think there's an antenna to an old TV that isn't even there. So I'm gonna start removing that. And after that, I'm gonna start with removing the ceiling, because I figure it's easier to go up and then down than the other way around, because then it's just a safety hazard. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna try to at least demolish to at least the bottom of the windows or something like that. That's my goal for today. And then I can do the rest and maybe start on the floor and hopefully finish the floor tomorrow. And there's gonna be a thunderstorm today, so that's exciting. Woohoo! I couldn't have planned this better.
So I removed, oh, there's a snail there, you little. I removed the ceiling windows and I disconnected, or cut off rather, the TV antenna. So I have to go on the outside and remove that. There's this pipe there. I was gonna unscrew these ventilations as well, but I tried and they won't budge and they're not expensive to replace. So the last thing I'll actually remove from here, I think, are the plugs for the ceiling lights, because I like those. I want to keep them. After that, I'm gonna remove everything from inside, go get a ladder, and then it's time to demolish the roof. Finally! This is why my content isn't child friendly. What do you think will happen if I just removed all of the support beams? It's seeping a liquid. It's so wet in here. New tactic. Remove what I can of the walls and hope the ceiling just falls down.
this. I'm able to peel this like a banana. Albeit a very big and blue banana.